Hi Virgo, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. Let's begin. I hope you're doing well, and please like and subscribe, especially if this video means something to you. And thank you so much for being here and watching the video. I'm doing well myself, and I'm ready and excited to get into this with you. We have hibernation and regeneration, Virgo. Hibernation and regeneration, that reminds me like the Four of Swords card in tarot. That kind of energy. I'll read it, but I want to get the rest of the cards out first. These cards here. Lenormand, well there we go. We've got mice, because there's been some kind of deterioration, some kind of loss that was unwanted. Well, I mean, most times it is, but I guess there are times when loss of something is good, like loss of a relationship with somebody that you knew you needed to get away from, that you were ready to take that leap of faith to get away from them. The Fool, and let's see, we have got the Ace of Pentacles. That's relocation, and that's that the Divine's offer that you can just choose to take or not. You have free will, of a great big blessing of prosperity and abundance to take a leap of faith with. So, you might have been like laying low for a while, just like chilling. It's kind of Virgo, it's kind of the energy of that nothing's happening. There's nothing to say that anything's shook up. You don't have any idea that something is going to be coming about, that you're going to be involved in, that right now you're not busy. You're not busy in a way that is instigating change. You're just maybe doing the same old stuff every day, going to work, coming home, take care of the kids or yourself, go out with a couple friends like you usually do, and then back to bed and get up and do the same old again, which is not a bad idea at all. But it's not actually, it's not instigating, it's not producing any kind of newness. Yeah, I'll get there. Hibernation, I don't know why I try and do this. Tell you what it is I'm getting for information and look through a book at the same time, because it never works out well for me. Okay, hibernation. Here we go. Hibernation, number 20, page 23. Here we go, right there. I'll be jiggered silly. So, let's find out what we've got here. Sometimes you just need to pull back from the world for a while, rest, regroup, recharge, so you can return stronger and more capable of dealing with whatever awaits you outside the cave. Okay. Take a nap, meditate, or simply curl up someplace quiet with a good book. This card suggests that you haven't been taking enough time to be quiet and alone. Do you need to take a break from stressful people or situations? Or the internet, like, looking on the internet, Googling and shopping and stuff like that. It can be hard to carve out times for ourselves, but burning the candle at both ends just leaves you with a burnt out candle. Even 5 minutes to breathe can help. You don't have to go into actual hibernation, but you might want to take a walk or sit outside or play in the dirt. Okay, so there is the energy of having burnout, working too much, being busy, too busy. And then there's the energy of not being, not busy right now, where you're in there's the cycles, the moon cycles, right? The waning and the waxing. The waning is where you're actually being busy, and the waxing is where you're, maybe hibernating and absorbing, processing what it was that you were doing in the waxing phase of the moon, the cycle. And this goes on every month, right? So it could be both, one for some Virgos and the other way for the other Virgo. But this mice card here, I want to read that, because it's about loss and deterioration, things that are things have been crumbling for a while. dissolving for a while, breaking down for a while. And that could have been your health or your energy. Okay, where is it? Number 23. Interesting. Wasn't that card number 23? I have to look at that. Page 23. It was. Okay. It's a 5. That's change. 23 on the mice card right there is change. That's 5. Very interesting, I must say. Okay. And big change. Major change, because you got 2 5s. That's big change. Mice. You don't want me in your house. You don't want me in your blouse. I bring loss, I bring theft with destruction and decay. I am your stress and anxiety. I am the worry in society. I am your nuisance. I am your pest. I bring sickness in the nest. These mice are completely happy with their work. The gradual destruction of possessions and resources. It's gradual, right? They are busy nibbling at cloth and fruit and at bread. The mice are symbolic of loss, either a gradual whittling away of one's savings combined with other things. Their presence brings into the reading a bite-sized effect, something happening in little chunks. Okay, so it could be that your energy and your life is just it's depleting. Your physical energy, your mental energy. You might just have been having too much on the go for you. Being too busy where you're feeling burnt out. But there's something that's going to, right away. This has been going on for a while, so I would say that you're needing to see change. You needed to see things change for you so that things can slow down for you. Enough so that you're able to take a respite time, because there's going to be something coming. It's going to be like getting you up off your bed, back into your shoes and your clothes, and going into your car and zoom. You're going to be busy doing something. You may actually be moving, but in any case, you're going to be taking a leap of faith or a risk. You're going to be jumping out towards something. Be moving towards something. All right, and just feeling like you have to. You just got to do it. You're feeling an internal inspiration that this is something you just got to try. You just got to experience. You just got to do. I just got to do it. Just got to do it, because whatever kind of life you've been living that's been keeping you really, really busy, or like I said, really, really busy, but so busy that now you're in the waxing stage of the cycles, the moon cycles, that it's been something that's been coming on for a long time, and it's causing you maybe health problems, feeling sick, getting the flu quite often, sinusitis, bronchitis, maybe even COVID, but you are feeling as though it's a time for a nap. Really, it's time for that. It's time for you to slow down, for you to just quit doing whatever activities you've been busy with, work, spending time with friends, being part of a club, a project, 1 or 2 nights a week, doing things for your kids, taking them here, there, and everywhere. Your husband or wife wanting to, socialize, or they want you to go to some office parties with them or something. Or you're going to have a cookout or a neighborhood party where everybody contributes. So you've been busy making some kind of dish or a couple of dishes to, it's a potluck thing. You bring it, and it's like, holy cow, is there going to ever be a time where I can just come home from work and just put my feet up and watch some TV? I mean, seriously, and then just go to bed. Well, there's that time where you're being asked that it's time for you to put it all down and be in your waxing phase, okay, of your cycle. Taking serious consideration about taking things slower, going slower. taking some things out of your life, out of your regular schedule. Telling your friends you're just gonna, I can't do this with you this month. I swear if I take the month off, I'll be recharged and better, and I'll be back at it with you guys. So just please forgive me, and you guys go on without me, and I'll just be at home, taking care of myself. With the Two of Pentacles, that's, a lot of things to have to juggle, right? Juggling and managing, trying to manage more than one thing at a time. Trying to manage. Page of Cups, somebody who is needing to look at yourself and have this new beginning that says, I care. I care for myself. I care if I'm doing well. I care for my health. I care for my emotional, because we're so tired, we get angry really easy. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be the grumpy mom or a grumpy friend or a grumpy parent. Not parent, partner. A grumpy child to my parents, I don't want to be grumpy. I want to feel good. I want a new beginning, a new page of I can say I'm taking care of myself. I'm doing what I need to do to take care of myself. And if that means I have to look at it from a different perspective from what I normally do in my daily or weekly regime, I've got to take things seriously enough to say I got to look at this differently, because whatever I'm doing is somehow it's depleting me, and I'm just feeling I'm so tired, I'm underfed maybe, that I'm just grumpy. I'm grumpy, and I'm taking it out on people, my kids. I'm just calling people out that I wouldn't normally call out. I'm just an irritable, frustrated person right now, angry, and I don't want to be like that. Two of Swords, yeah, the Two of Swords. Someone refuses to get off the fence about something. So when you're tired and overworked and you need a respite, series of time, because there's a lot of things that have been whittling away at your energetic, your time and energy, right? You're just feeling like you're living for others instead of yourself, taking care of yourself. And what you've been doing, I'm sure there's a lot of it that's been, happy times for you that you've really enjoyed, and you wouldn't want to ever give that up kind of thing. But you're saying, you know what, those times are going to have to be moved to the next month or 2 months from now, because I just need a break. I've been refusing to do that, and look where it's got me now. And like I said, you might actually be feeling sick, being sick in bed, a bad cold, or something worse, maybe a urinary tract infection or bladder infection or kidney stone. You've got a kidney stone that either you've had before or you haven't ever had, and it's very painful. You're on medication, you're having to go see the doctor, you might have been rushed into emergency, but it's something that it's very important that you look at and take care of it. Consider a different way of doing what you've been doing. You've been looking at things, how you've been staying so busy, being this person's person, being that person's mom, being that person's dad, being my parents' one who comes to visit, spends time with them, maybe drives them around, takes them to their doctor's appointments, stuff like that. Working full time on top of that, maybe even working extra hours because the job requires it. And you again still have a friend group that wants to see you and spend time with you, have drinks with you, go out, socialize with you, have dinner with you. You have your kids to have to cater to and be their taxi driver and stuff to their sport events and stuff like that. So it's like you saying, I don't have the time, or I don't have I don't have the luxury. That's what you're saying. I don't have the luxury of slowing things down anytime soon. So I'm just going to have to keep going. Just going to have to keep plugging on and keep going. Well, this card says you have to make a decision. when it shows up in your spread, it's saying it's time. And when the divine says it's time to make a decision. You gotta see things. Take that darn, eye patch off and look with both eyes and see what it is that you've been doing that has brought you to your knees, basically. Brought you down to your knees, Virgo. And I know Virgos are all darn hard workers. Very dedicated and persistent and consistent, and when you promise something, you don't break it, and you're just hard-working people. And so it's for someone to come and say to you, no, you shouldn't work so hard. You just say, whatever. It's just what I got to do. I got to do it. Who's going to do it if I don't do it? You're that type of person. You're not going to take anyone else's advice. So you've got to take the divine's advice. Right here. The divine says you need to make a decision. You need to get off the fence about not making a decision, to slow things down and do it. Take a good look at what's happening with you. Here you are sick in bed this weekend, all weekend long, where you should be relaxing and enjoying your weekend from having been working all week long. You're in bed sick. So Monday comes along and you feel amazing how we feel better by the time Monday rolls along. Next thing you know, we're ready for work again, because we're not as sick as we were when we started feeling sick Friday night. Next thing you know, Monday comes along and we're back at it again. All right, so just stuff like that we've got to take into consideration, because if you want to get in your chariot and have good progress moving forward, you've got to take some time out. You have to have a time out. Seven of Pentacles. This is the Seven of Pentacles. It's saying, I'm looking at all the decisions I've made, the choices I've made, the mistakes I've made, that has pretty much I've scheduled my time, or I've allowed other people to schedule my time for me. Or I've scheduled it without realizing that. I've done this before. I do with the budget. I'll say, okay, I'll pay this bill, that bill, everything else, all these other bills, and then next thing you know, I'm so happy about paying my bills, right? I'm so happy to have them paid for that pay period, right? And then I realize, oh my God, I don't have any money for groceries. That's what I've done. So it's the same idea, is that you have been putting on your schedule, got to do this, that, and the other thing, and then you realize, well, when is there going to be time for me to just sit down and relax, take a breath, take a breather? So, oh well, I guess there's no time this week, so just go at it, work hard, don't take that breath, I'll be able to take lots of breaths next week. That kind of thinking. So Seven of Cups, there's chaos, confusion, fantasy. You're living in the fantasy that, when you think of the Seven of Cups, it's kind of there's fantasy, like, oh, I could have this, that, the other thing, and, it's all, it's all these options, right? And if I had this, I could fantasize about having this, I could fantasize about having that, but I haven't made a choice yet. I also look at the Seven of Cups as somebody who is deluding themselves, Virgo. So you might be a bit delusional because of all the busyness, because of all the, not options, but all the demands, like these. All these demands, all over you. They're all over you. And she's got that look on her face, like, when a woman puts her hands on her hips, and they look up, kind of, with that look of inquisition, like, really? I don't know. I don't know about that, is what she's thinking. Can you see her face? Yeah, she's looking up and going, I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, because she's got a lot of demands on her, and it's that you have become a bit deluded or delusional. And I'm not saying that in a mental health way. It's in a way that you're not seeing things clearly enough, because you just got so much on your plate. You have used so much of your energy, not just your physical energy, but your mental energy. Maybe in some cases, just your emotional energy too, depending on what you're doing, who you're doing things with. Whew, that was hard for me just to say all that. And then the Two of Wands, and it's time for you to make that decision, I'm no longer looking at things from the fantasy perspective that I am woman or I am man and I could do all of these things. I have the ability, the skills, the wherewithal, and the energy and the time to take care of every single demand on my calendar or on my plate in front of me. Well, the divine says, no, you can't. You've got to make a decision for one thing. One thing is I'm going to remove things from my schedule. I'm going to slow things down so that I have time to nap, so that I don't end up sick on the weekend, that kind of thing. Spending my time in a doctor's office, explaining to them why you're losing your energy, losing your good health, losing your mind. Okay, so it's about making a decision to get out of that delusion that you can do this. I can take care of it. Next month will be the time where I won't have to do this, that, and the other thing, so I can take more time to rest and have fun, enjoy myself, enjoy my life. So you're at a crossroads of making sure that you consider the other path, right? With the Seven of Swords. That's it. And I often look at the Seven of Swords. Let's just get the rest of them out first. Page of Swords. Then we have the Eight of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. Lovely. Let's get these. The back of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. There you are. The Four of Swords. Needing to put it down, have respite, because Three of Swords is like heartbreaking. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. That's you. You've been stabbing yourself in not a good way. Because when you stab yourself in the heart, it threatens your well-being, your life, right? So you've been threatening your health because of the decisions that you've been making, and it's left you as a wounded warrior. And this wounded warrior in most cards decks has a bandage around his head, meaning that's like a mental health or a mental unwellness of the person who's been fighting many battles, who has been taking on many demands, taking them on and then saying, can I really do all this? And you say, well, I've been asked to do it, so I got to do it. I promised. Yeah, and so all these challenges have been leaving you like this, sick. That's not you being sick. Okay, that card's not saying you're sick, but it's saying that if you don't do this, you could be sick. But that's, again, with the Four of Swords, it's time for you to lay down your weary mind, all the swords, right? Your weary mind and all the beliefs that you have about being able to take care of this, that, and the other thing, and still having the time and energy and the wherewithal to be able to relax and enjoy yourself and have a life too. That's kind of a delusion if you're that busy, okay? Ace of Pentacles. We got Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles here. Ace of Pentacles. It's a big deal when it shows up twice with it here and here. It's showing up twice, meaning that the divine has something in store for you that you're going to love. That you're going to love. Ace of Cups. It's you're going to be given an opportunity to do something that's going to make you feel really, really good. It's kind of a self-love thing where you might actually be getting, someone's going to gift you, seeing how in dire need you are of some me time, some wellness time, gift you with like a spa time, like you go maybe once a week for a month, that you visit the spa and get pampered there, right? Take care of and pampered there. But it is like, this is going to be a great big opportunity, and you could take it or not, you got free will again, to actually accept what the Ace of Cups is bringing to you. Somebody who you are either going to decide to visit a spa, let's say, or go on a retreat, some kind of spiritual retreat, or just wilderness retreat. I need to get away from it all, the phone, everything. Maybe on some kind of holiday that is very, very retreatable type of holiday, not like doing tours and go, that kind of thing. but you're going to be taking some time off. You might just be taking a leave of absence from your work, especially from all the extra, outside of work and personal family life, extracurricular activities. You're going to be minimizing that to the point where you might actually be putting some of them on the back burner for a while until you have taken care of yourself. Self-love, right? Ace of Cups, self-love, where you're going to be taking care of yourself for a while, so that you don't end up spending your free time off from work and everything else that you put on your calendar sick, laying in bed, not feeling well at all. So this is Seven of Swords. I look at it as like the altruistic act. It's not necessarily about, it's about being strategic, because it is a strategy to go and steal the swords of the so-called enemy, the swords of the enemy camp, so that your camp and the enemy's camp can't war it out, can't fight. Therefore, people's lives are spared. Blood is not going to be a bloodshed, war-torn territory. You're saving lives. You're saving yourself, your life, by stealing the swords and running off with them. Nobody's going to have a sword, so they can't fight. You're the one who's got all the swords. So here's you with the sword of truth that says, I'm going to take this seriously. I'm learning from my lessons. I'm learning from this situation, a lesson, okay? And I'm going to move forward in truth that says, I've got to take time for myself. Virgo says, I've got to take time. I can't keep going at this pace, at this rate, because it's fast moving energy, where you might be spending a lot of time on the phone or on the computer talking to people, having conference calls over the phone, Zoom or whatever. You're just like, you're spread out. You're spread out to the point where people have got you going here, there, and everywhere, and yourself. I mean, because you're the one who's making those decisions to do it. You may be feeling like you have to in some cases, and it may very well be because it's your job or whatever, but you're just feeling like you're spread out, and it's all very fast action, fast moving energy, and you're just trying to keep up. And then this horse, who's almost, it's a pretty quick moving horse, but it's not as quick as the swords or the wands horse, but it takes a little bit more time. It's not as slow as the Knight of Pentacles horse, but it takes its time to stop and smell the roses, is what this horse does, and whoever's on it. It's the type of horse that says, we love our environment, we love interacting with our environment, and we love ourselves enough to take that time to interact with our environment and enjoy it. Really love it up and allow it to love us in return. That's you saying, I need to take a respite. I need to heal. I need to heal something. Heal my mental anguish, busyness, like chaos, right? Chattering mind. I need to lay that down and have some sleep. Just take care of your need for rest, because you have been sticking swords in your heart. That says that the type of swords in your heart that says, what you do is more important than the way you feel. Okay? What you do is more important than the way you feel about things. So if you're feeling like this is just it's so much on me, and you're finding that you're having to complain, I mean, it's just like got to the point where you got to tell somebody that this is just too much. It's too much. I can't keep this pace up. I can't keep doing this. So they're saying, like I said, to a Virgo, you try to say, you need to take some time off, and the Virgo says, no, I don't need time off. I just need to keep going. You just stabbed yourself in the heart. You actually overrode your heart's calling out to you to say, please take care of me, because it is your heart after all, right? especially for those Virgos who have heart conditions. If you're busy sticking swords in it because you're saying, no, I can't listen to you. I can't listen to you because I got this, that, and the other thing to do, right? Got all these demands every day, all the time, 24/7. And I can't take the time to listen to you, which means I have to take care of myself. I can't take the time to take care of myself. I got to take care of all this other stuff, all these other people, all this other stuff. I got to do it. I've been breaking my own heart, right? Because you're the Virgo that someone says you need to take some time off. You need to stop doing all this and that, and you're just saying, whatever, you know, because you've turned into the weary warrior, or the worrier, the weary worrier, or the warrior. So yeah, you are, you've got enough inspiration to continue fighting the cause, but that's where you could go wrong. Is that every time you Virgo, you're the type of person who you've got all this stuff to do, right? All these demands on you, and it's knocking you down. It's, it's throwing you on your butt. But you say, I can do this. You get up and you say, oh, but you might be crouched over walking, maybe grabbing a chair as you walk by to give you some strength when you get up out of the chair, because you've got to go and do this one last thing. You go, oh no, well, I can do this, and so you're limping, and your butt's sore, and your back's sore, and your mind is like, oh, I just want to shut it off. I'd love to be in my bed right now, but I said I would do this, so I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. That's what happens. It's more of a detriment to you now with having that kind of energy, Virgo, is for you to say, I still have enough strength, even if it's minuscule. I still have enough strength and power to take care of what it is I said I was going to do. Yep. But the divine says things have got to change. You have got to relocate. In other words, you've got to change your mind. And the tentacle is about the mind as well. Swords are mind, but thoughts, right? Pentacle is like a mindset. Okay, this is a type of mindset that's keeping you from just allowing yourself to fall to the ground and take some time off, to unburden yourself with the Ten of Wands, to unburden yourself and take the time off on purpose, in the right time, in the right measure. So the divine is saying, look, you have got to take a leap of faith, because you're going to be busy again, and you're going to have to go again, but you need a time to lay your mindset down, putting that mindset away for a while, and just take a leap of faith. Do it. Risk doing it. Risk taking some time off. Risk it. Be the one who has the faith to take a leap into your bed, let's say. Taking a leap into your bed. Taking a leap onto the spa table. Take a risk. Use whatever resources you have to go towards that spells relaxation, time off, respite, all that sort of stuff, guys. So that's what I got for you guys today. It's time for you to move towards a better future for yourself, because you can actually be there for you and others, because you're taking time to care for yourself, so you don't end up sick or develop some kind of disease, God forbid, because you're not eating properly, not resting properly, and maybe not enough fluids taking in, definitely just not enough R&R time, like shutting your eyes and just cozying up with your favorite cat or pet. Yeah, there's a bottle of wine there too, looks like. Well, that might be medicinal, medicine. So take it easy, please, Virgo, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.